I must confess that I'm looking nerd fresh. Minty clean like Chris. Sidewalks light up when I step. Batman symbol on my chest. Bruce Wayne fly fresh. So fresh. I'm fresh. Nerd fresh.
Yo, what's good, interwebs?
Interwebs.
This is Street Nerds, baby. Casanova with Casino, my man Stretch, and this is Do You Even Want to See It, bro? And this one is about child's play. Come on now. All right.
Child's play.
I don't understand. I'm gonna go ahead and start.
All right, sit down.
Hey,
I'm
do it, man. He feels
a certain way about
I watch horror movies by myself in the dark, so yeah.
Man knows what he's talking about.
They just released that Cult of Chucky 2 years ago. Not even 2 years
What happened
ago.
to that one?
Honestly, I can't remember.
Pretty much how I feel.
I was
Everything after
yeah,
part two.
yeah, because they kind of were like a it went from one to the other. So I think that lady, yeah, remember we were just talking about it in Curse of Chucky. She gets the doll, and she's stuck in that place in that house by herself. The cult, she's stuck in the in the
crazy.
yeah,
it's
the
the
insane asylum.
Asylum.
Yeah. Now just thinking about it, sorry, watched it one time.
Sorry, crazy people.
Wasn't necessarily that good, but it, like we just said about Star Wars a couple episodes back, we might end up still going and see it just because I'm the type, if I see one movie and then there's a sequel and another sequel, I'm like,
You're a completionist.
yeah, I'm like, I guess I gotta go see Last Friday now if it ever happens. I did not like Friday After Next. Oh man, so anyway.
Last Friday.
So I have seen them all. I've seen them when it was Child's Play 1, 2, and 3, and then all of a sudden it's Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky and whatever. They started flipping it, but it was still the same dude, same character, always talking about Andy, and still the whole alhamdulillah, you know what I'm saying? Hide the soul.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah. But yeah.
The power I beg of you.
Yeah, so with it just being, just barely 2 years ago, because this was my beef with The Amazing Spider-Man. I've never seen 1 or 2 because it was too soon after Spider-Man 3. I was like, why are we rebooting this already? So that was already why I was kind of like, but then it's AI. It's not even alhamdulillah. So I'm just like, that's I don't know.
So no alhamdulillah, no going to go see.
I'm sorry. There's something a little scarier about the doll knowing it was controlled by a crazed murderer or whatever than just what you had said, AI run amok, you know what I mean? So
you felt the aspect of it being an actual person's soul in there was more frightening.
yeah, absolutely.
What about that made more frightening for you? Was it the fact that it was like this crazy person trying to put his soul in your body per se?
He was relentless.
I mean,
it didn't. He got burned, melted, blown up.
because you can't kill. I guess you can't kill. The soul.
Yeah. So instead of just, 20 years, 30 years, you ain't been like, you know what? I guess I'm just gonna be a dog.
Just accept your fate.
And then just
Me and Barbie, we're gonna go live it out.
Smart about it. He's like, I'm gonna go and do this with a kid because obviously you can't get away with it with adults as much, but you get to live longer.
Yeah, not a cake chucky. We want to make this monetized.
Right.
So I would have kicked Chucky's buttocks.
But yeah, so I'm gonna leave it there with a no for me.
All right.
Yeah, you can do it.
So that's a no. All right, so it's me.
Go
So
for
me?
it.
All right.
Yes.
Just to play devil's advocate here, I'm interested in going down a train of thought here with you. So,
Right.
all right. Now, because I was a fan of the first, I was a big fan of the first one. It was one of the first movies I remember like being a little kind of really freaked out.
Yeah.
When that first one came out, I think I was like 8 or 9 maybe. But when the second one came out, I wasn't much older. I think that came out maybe the next year or maybe 2 years after the first one. So, and then I was young and I liked horror movie franchises. I distinctly remember though watching that third one. I went to see that at the movies. and I distinctly remember being like, well, this is just dumb.
Yeah, no, it didn't
Military
make.
Academy.
Yeah,
Yes.
the military
Okay.
academy.
Yes.
Yep.
He's grown up.
Yeah.
And then they fighting each other in the carnival.
Well, and then they did a classic mistake that I thought a lot of movies and shows in the late 80s and early 90s did, which is, they just throw in the token black character for no damn reason.
Oh,
They had a little black boy, and then Chucky is
forgot
trying
about
to
him.
put his soul in the little black kid, and it was just like, so, Chucky, you want to be a brother? Like, did you think this through, Chucky? It's still 1992 and 93. Like, it ain't that good. I don't know. I just felt like Chucky didn't really think that plan all the way through. But anyway.
Probably not.
Like, I gotta get out of this doll body, baby.
Beggars can't be choosers, baby.
I gotta get out of this body, baby, by any means necessary.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah.
Well, hey, maybe that was it. He had been hanging out with the Haitians doing the alhamdulillah stuff. So maybe that was it.
Boom.
Hey, look at that. We just figured it out.
After all these years.
All these years. But no. I think it's a good time to reboot it. For the fact that if you're gonna reboot it, you might as well do it now. Like, because I think we're all in agreement. Either up to part 3 or 3 and everything after has been pretty kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it definitely hasn't been the horror Chucky. It's been like what Nightmare on Elm Street kind of became.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
With the corny jokes every time he's coming to kill
Krueger
you.
was more of the hero than he was really the
or an
monster.
anti-hero almost.
Yeah,
It was weird.
We rooted for Freddy more than we rooted for people to survive Freddy.
Yeah,
So.
Weird time. But
Yeah.
anyway, so I definitely felt like, okay, I didn't have that problem with it. But I guess it kind of goes back to some of my thoughts when we were talking about in the other episode when we talked about Sonic. It was like, well, why? Like,
Right.
why at this point?
Right.
So the point you made, I do agree with, is they were just making movies up to 2017,
Yeah.
based on the long, ongoing premise that we've been doing.
This isn't a dead franchise.
Absolutely, and I'm sure if somebody go look up the numbers, they probably did pretty good in direct to DVD, either sales or rentals.
Had to if they kept making them. I mean,
Yeah.
nobody's gonna pump money into something that's not working.
Straight up.
Those last 2 were on Netflix. That's how I saw them.
Yeah,
So,
I think I saw one. I rented it on Redbox or something. But I mean, it was like you said. This franchise was ongoing up to just 2 years ago. I'm more like, well, if you're gonna reboot it, cool. But why didn't we do it a long time ago? If we are gonna reboot it, I kind of get, socially, I see why they're doing the whole AI thing, because that's the more thing I guess most people today would be more scared of. The aspect of technology taking over too much of our lives, and one little trailer that I did see that kind of made it a little interesting. It almost got me to want to go see it. I'm giving away my answer, which is I don't want to see it. But what almost got me to see it, they were doing a whole thing where they're telling you kind of aspects of the movie. So apparently Chucky in this one, he can control anything that uses Bluetooth.
oh.
Right.
Okay.
So it kind of ramps up the ways he could kill people, and it makes it more plausible.
Okay.
As opposed to this plastic doll that's 3, maybe 3.5 feet tall, and I'm as an adult, I'm supposed to be scared of this thing.
Because
like,
for a
it's
minute,
gonna kill me.
Well, yeah, for a minute, just reminded me of the Simpsons crazy Krusty
Yeah.
doll for a minute. Like,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
That's our problem now. We just wrong switch.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you. And I guess I can see it when we talk about it. So that's why I can see the concept of it being a soul that can go from one object to another more interesting. And I think it would have been interesting if they had played on that. Okay, well, he's figured out a way to remain eternal because he's always transplanting himself from one inanimate object to the next.
Right.
And then they could have made it interesting with this, and maybe where he's in multiple, or he can hop from one doll to the next. If the body is too destroyed, maybe if they've done something like that. I don't know, but anyway, I don't want to see it. I'm not all that.
I mean, they kind of did something like that in the Cult of Chucky, didn't they? Where dude,
Yeah,
he had
you
the
know
head,
what? You're
he had
sure
the
right.
whole head,
It was
and the other
multiple
one was
ones.
running around. Yeah.
Oh, spoilers, if you care.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Now rewind back and not watch
So
it.
yeah, I'm actually doing you a favor. So
Now we go from spoilers to just listen.
yeah, just, if you get butthurt over that, sorry. But yeah. So all right, I'm done.
Okay.
Two
my
no's so
Chucky.
far. 2 no's.
2 no's. Spoiler alert, it's a no from me too. No, I don't want to see it. Pretty much for a lot of the reasons both of you said. I am a fan of I think I stopped on 3. I think 3 was the last one I saw. The Military Academy was.
Yeah.
It had some frightening elements, but you could definitely see that it was starting to go that kind of cheesy, more action-y, not thrill. Because in the first one, when she picks up the doll, opens up the back and sees there's no batteries, and his head spins around.
Yeah,
It legit scared me. I was legit scared of that and Leprechaun, believe it or not.
And we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Well, and they played on the fact for about, maybe not half, but definitely the first third of the movie.
Yeah.
You're like, is the kid crazy?
Right.
Yeah, it was definitely a suspense thriller. There was definitely the gore and horror to it. And what really made it cool was the voodoo, magical, humdada aspect of
And the
it.
second one was really good because I feel like they must have started filming right after they stopped the other one because he was about the same age.
Oh, yeah.
And he did the whole humdala.
Disclaimer to any practitioners of voodoo, hoodoo,
Oh yes, please.
or anything
Please,
of that.
we
mean
mean
no
no
disrespect to
disrespect.
your culture.
I'm so sorry.
Please,
Yes.
please don't.
I just
No
don't remember
curses.
what he said.
I love you.
But no, the voodoo made it scarier because, and I'm just gonna put this out there, with it being technology and AI run amok, you're always gonna get those tech nerds, and some of us are even here where we're gonna look at that and be like, you can't do that.
Right.
Like, your computers can't do
Yeah,
that.
it doesn't work like that.
Your Bluetooth isn't gonna work like that. My phone can connect to one Bluetooth device and play music through. You're telling me that this doll's gonna connect to a whole bunch of Bluetooth stuff? Come on. With magic, you don't have to have an explanation. It's magic. If he's doing something, if something happens, well, how did that work? It's magic. You don't have to explain it.
Right.
If you go AI, well, now you're giving us Skynet and Terminator that has magic. And now that just completely suspends disbelief. Mark Hamill doing the voice.
Oh, yeah.
Now, see, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and bring that up. Hey, we all loved him in Joker. We know he can do crazy.
Yeah, he does great voice acting.
I think he will do an excellent job. I don't think it's going to be worthy of him doing it, if that makes sense. I think he'll do great in it because he does great in that kind of stuff and he pours his heart and soul into it. I didn't like Last Jedi. I thought he did a good job with it. I didn't like what they did with Luke. You do what you can with what you got.
Maybe
I think he'll be okay.
Where he'll do the regular Luke Skywalker voice and cuss the kid up.
Oh, that would be.
I'd see it for that.
I would almost watch it on Netflix for that. But I don't think Mark Hamill's enough to save it. I don't like the new AI. I think they're going to try to go more gore factor. So, with all that being said, it's definitely a no from me. I want my magic. I want my voodoo.
Well, one more thing that I just thought about is like he was also on a race of time in the original ones because he started bleeding from the nose in that one, and it was like, man, my body is starting to become my body. I'm starting to be stuck here. So
which they kind of threw away a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rules, the monster rules always change.
Yeah,
I mean, whenever you stretch the franchises out, they always end up being more a mockery of themselves than anything else. I mean, Saw even did that with Jigsaw and everything.
Big time.
So I mean, as far as why is it being rebooted as soon, I'm with you guys. I have no idea. Like, why? Why are you rebooting it this soon?
Why?
Yeah, why? There's no reason. Keep it going, but yeah, it's a no for me.
Well, you have it. 3 no's. Sorry, Child's Play. It's not happening. Well, guys,
Skates.
this has been another episode of Do You Even Want to See It?
Do you want to say it? Let us know.
Casanova, baby. Casino. Stretch. Peace.
Oh, go like the Facebook.
Oh, yeah. Like the
You wanna
Facebook
see
page, subscribe, hit that notification bell since you
Do
gotta
all
do
the
that now.
YouTubes.
Yeah.
We want to do all the YouTubes.
These are the YouTubes you have been searching for.
Peace. Bye.